Hi everyone, I'm back. So, I guess a lot of you want to see what this looks like when it's ready. So it's all ready. And this is the back. Kind of cute too. Yes, and this is the front. As you can see, let me put this one on the side for a bit. These are so heavy. Here we go, there it is. And that's the finished one. So I put some, I couldn't help myself, but I did put some glitter on it. I put some special stuff on there, as you can see here. It's sort of holographic stuff, and it really brings out, don't know if you can, if it catches the light, if you can see it, but it's, it just brings it to life just a little bit. And it's kind of cool. There are some drips on the side, as you can see, but I'll have to take that off. I think someone said I should heat up a knife and it'll come right off. So we can try that. I kind of like what it did on the back here. Look at that. That's the other side. But I like this side better because of all the all those things in it. It really reminds me of some kind of a fossil thing, so really organic looking, and I really like it. The only thing that is a little bit different is this color here, the gold. It's a little bit different than I see on the iPad, but other than that, it's cool. I like it. So let me put this one aside. Boopy. Whoops, sorry about that. This one fell. So this is the other one that I finished. Got one little dent in there. Too bad. Let's see. Yeah, got a little dent. But the rest of it is kind of smooth. And I could have done a little bit better job on the sides, but you know, I'm going to keep these for in the studio, you know, just to show them to people and they can see what they think of them. And I did put, someone said, oh, you should put glitter on it. Look what I put on. This is something new. These are like little flakes, and they give a different color depending on how the light is reflecting on them. So I kind of like that too. Looking good. So that's it. Okay, so now let me put this away. What I'm gonna do now is I have a piece of MDF, and this is what I'm gonna do the Resi-crete on. So first I'm going to gesso, make sure that the whole thing is covered, and I'm going to do the back too because my husband said you have to do both sides or it sort of warps a little bit, and right now it's totally flat, so in a bit I'm going to gesso it, and that's going to be pretty quick because that dries real fast. And then I'm going to do a pour on top of this. I'll put it up that way. So this is the way I'm going to pour it. It's going to come down. I'm giving it a little twirl here and there. Okay, now comes the big idea I had. Let me get a piece of paper and I'll show you. Okay, piece of paper. So this, see that? It's a sort of like A4. I think it's an A3. Let's see. Yeah, it might even be A3. It is. Okay, so I'm gonna gesso this. Like that, okay? Then I'm gonna do a pour over the whole thing. I do want it to have those swirly cells. So I'm not gonna just, you know, tilt to get the round cells, but I want them to swirl all kinds of ways, you know, all swirly stuff. So I'm gonna do like, this is the pour. That's the pour. Okay, then I'm gonna come in with this color, the blue gray. I really love this color. So with this blue gray, I am going to smear it over the pour. So you won't be seeing me doing this one, the Resi-crete today, but I have to wait till this pour is dry, but that'll go real fast. I think like tomorrow. So then I'm gonna put this Resi-crete, gonna put it on here, but it's gonna come on here like that, something like that. So this is all Resi-crete. Then over here, like that, all Resi-crete, this. Then I'm gonna come in with some copper wire, and the copper wire, now I have to get that ready straight away. So the copper wire is gonna be, and I'm gonna put a little Resi-crete maybe here, and maybe I'll do it like that. That looks good. And then I'm gonna put those copper wires, I'm gonna lay them in the Resi-crete, like that. Over here too. And now, see, what this is the thing, and maybe this will help some other people. You know, when you go to a shop and you get all those goodies, you know, all those art things that you really want, and you get them home, you put them on the table, and you got this whole table full of goodies. Now, when I got this, I could have just, you know, went straight ahead and did something with them. But I think, and this is where that artist thing comes in, I don't think you should, you know, buy stuff, put it on the table and work with it. I don't think that's a good idea. What you want to do is build this up in your head, because it's important that you have already, like now, I was doing it because I thought I was going to do it like this. So, like this was all the Resi-crete. But then I thought, okay, but I want to put those copper things in, and that will be way too long, and maybe that won't be very appealing. So that's why I just turned it around and thought maybe I'll put a little more Resi-crete in here, and then put the copper rods in like that. So what I'm trying to explain is that you have to have this plan in your head, and maybe you do it on paper, and that's how you start, you know, moving forward to the part where you create the piece of art that you're going to create. So, and it's not only this, but also with pouring. That's why I think it's so important that when you mix your paint, you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to put that color in first, and I want to have this color very prominent, so I'll put that one in last or first if you're doing a flip cup. And as you're mixing your paint, you're gradually growing to the point where you're going to create your painting. And I think that really helps, because I see a lot of people, you know, rush into this. They mix up the paint real fast and then flip it in a cup and throw it on the canvas, and then they are disappointed because they didn't get what they thought would come out of the cup. But if you start off and you build up to that point where you're going to make the painting, I'm sure that it will be closer to what you had in your mind, you know, from the start. So that's something that I want to give to you all. I hope it makes sense, because that's usually what I do, especially when I get a new medium like this. When I get a new medium and I'm thinking, you know, what can I do with this? How can I make it really appealing? How can I make something that's really a piece of art? It has to be something that fits with my character, and that's about it. So what I like about this, the colors that this comes in, is because this goes so well with copper color. I'm pretty sure that's going to be just stunning. See, you have the grays, and this color, I don't know exactly, shale, sort of a graphite color, and you have the gray, and you have the white. So for this one, I'm going to go with this because I think this will go the best with the copper that I'm going to put into it. Now, for the people that are wondering what it is, it's a new product, and I'll show you the paper. Because usually I forget that I keep getting new subscribers. So this is a new product. This is Eli Shem resins, and I think the best thing to do here, you got here you have the website. Let me get it in focus for you. There you go. So if you go to this website, they will absolutely be able to tell you where to buy this stuff. And as you can see here, it will soon be available in 25 pre-made colors. So, and it's really easy. You mix the powder with a little bottle of fluid, and then, you know, you can work with it. And what I really think is very important is this bit. Resi-crete is odorless, non-toxic, non-flammable, non-VOC, and extremely user-friendly. That is, for me, it's very important, because I know a lot of you pour inside the house where your family is, you know, your kids, and some of you have babies. And I think it's very important that we, you know, use stuff that doesn't build up in the house, you know, that doesn't fume or that kind of stuff. Because unless you have a studio, you know, that is totally for your art stuff. And I didn't have that before I moved in down here, because where I was, my old studio upstairs was very small and also very close to my bedroom. So that's why I didn't want anything that was toxic or had, you know, that burns your eyes, because when you're working with it and it burns your eyes, you can be sure there's a lot of stuff, you know, hanging in the air, and then you're going to be sleeping there. I don't think that's a good idea. So, and of course, like I say under my videos, if you are not sure about what you're working with, I think it's a really good thing to use one of those respirators that you can put on. I have one. I use it for when I pack the mica, because of course I'm doing a lot of packing of mica, and it sort of flutters through the air. So I have one of those things, and I think, you know, if you're not sure about the toxicity of your materials, please do use one of those respirators, and then when you're ready, open up the windows, let the air go through. I think that's always a good thing to do, because, you know, this is a hobby thing. It has to be fun. You don't want to have toxic stuff hanging around. So please be safe. Take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. So I am pretty much done explaining all this. What I'm going to do is, like I said, gesso that board. It'll be ready in about an hour. I'm going to then do a beautiful pour when I mix up all my paints, that is. I'm going for the, yes, turquoise. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint. But I think turquoise, and I might go a little bit darker this time, but I think turquoise colors, copper, and this is going to look freaking amazing. Yes, sir. That's going to be something that I'm going to look forward to. I think I will put a little bit of brown in. Remember my old signature colors, the turtle colors? Anthony was all about the turtle colors. So I think I'm going to go back to a little bit of brown in there, maybe a little Titan buff, you know, just to make it more earthy. And I'm hoping that when it's finished, it has a really beautiful industrial look. They also, Aram mailed me, he said, you know, when you heat this stuff, after you're ready, you heat it up a little, it'll give little cracks. It's not like really cracking medium, like cracks all over, but it will give little cracks. And that's what that's a sort of the look I'm going for, because then it'll give that really industrial look. So thanks for watching this one, people. You'll know what I'm up to. Oh yeah, and also I got all my paints. So for the people that were waiting for my order to come in, I was expecting it last Friday and I didn't hear anything, and all of a sudden this morning there they were with the boxes of paint. The funny thing was, I was gonna get 6 boxes. I got 5. I had to call them. It was such a stressy morning. It's unbelievable. But it's all here. And let me show you. There it is. Let's see if I can get the lights to do their thing. That's the paint and the medium. So it's all stocked up and all ready to go. So guys, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you back when I have gessoed. Bye bye.